Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated.
And now on a special
Nerdcore used to be
Bad
just a
Batch.
made-up word. MCs shied away from
That
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
pull up the IMDb for this episode because I didn't even look at see who was playing who. So there wasn't a whole lot of new ones, but still,
D. Bradley Baker is playing
everybody.
everyone.
And Ben Schwartz is playing Teo.
Yeah, that was awesome. Ben Schwartz. Oh, well, here we'll go over it here in a sec. But welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40 something year olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And if you guys would like to be a part of the community, join the conversation, get into whatever it is that we're getting into and talking about it, join the Discord. Links are down in the show notes down below. Discord is free. It's an awesome little program for chatting, and we have all kinds of channels for whatever it is that you might be into. So if it's anime, if it's comics, if it's video games, movies, Funkos, Legos, whatever, there's probably a channel for it, and there's probably people talking about stuff, posting their things and stuff they find. We recently added a Star Wars channel.
And that is probably the most active channel right now.
It's hopping. It's really hopping. So hop in, see the things that we got going on, talk with the rest of the people in the community. It's growing day by day.
Come look at our stuff.
Come check out our junk. So do that. Also, if you want to hang out with us live and in person and make fun of us in real time, Chris and I also stream on Twitch. You can find him over there. Guyver Unit 01, GUYVERUNT 01. And then I'm at KSIG, K_SIG. We stream every Friday and Saturday night. Usually spooky or oddly themed games or some community games. Spooky games on Saturday night for Spooky Saturday. And then community games on Friday night, whatever we can do to get a bunch of people together to play stuff and make fun of Chof. So if you want in on that, do
That's
it.
true.
Hop in. Come make
Do
fun of
it.
us. Mm-hmm.
Who's our guest today?
I don't know. Oh, he's down there.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Ben.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Old
So-
Ben.
Good old Ben, aka Mr. Stitch Tano.
Mhm.
Back again, our living Wikipedia.
Yep.
A
A wealth of knowledge.
wealth of knowledge. We are going to be going over Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 4, faster today. Before we do that, we are going to get into the Listener of the Week. Listener of the Week. Found out he's actually listening to the podcast, so
That should be a qualification, of course.
That
Yeah.
should be a qualification.
It's a good thing.
Is actually Mr. Alex. Alex, aka Storms, our resident Sith Lord.
Oh, the other Alex.
The other Alex.
We have multiple.
We do have multiple, and he's a good buddy of ours. We actually have something really special planned. We're gonna take a week off of Bad Batch because we have a special episode next week for you all.
Mm-hmm.
And it involves both these gentlemen.
Also us.
Yeah, also us.
I'll be there.
It could be Soggy Lightsaber. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know. You don't know.
They'll roundabout Soggy Mantel mix. We'll get.
Soggy Mantel.
Ugh.
That sounds terrible.
The last to eat it, it's like, this tastes like burning.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Imagine it's like
yeah.
Galactic Captain Crunches. Okay. Anyway.
Oh,
Ew.
oh, it's all in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So Alex, thank you. We appreciate you listening.
Yeah, we do.
So, with that, let's get into it.
Let's do it. This was an
So-
interesting episode.
So, let's start off by talking about how this episode, I think, is more. I don't know if this is a filler episode or not, because I think it serves to further season 2 with what my original thought was when we did episode 1. When how they were saying Sid's about, Sid's something's going to go on with Sid.
Mhm.
She's working some back deals. I think that this episode goes to further prove that point. That's kind of
Beginning
where
of-
I'm going with this.
Sid getting her groove back.
Yep, 100%. Well, she's got her groove back now. It's like now she's trolling.
So I was gonna I just came to this thought because you guys are ahead. We're obviously a couple weeks behind release dates here with our reviews. And so like, man, I want to like go ahead and watch and get caught back up with the show. But I think I'm going to take it a week at a time so I can keep that what's going to happen perspective.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'll just
Good
watch
idea.
them before because to me, this one did feel like a little bit of a filler episode. It wasn't a bad episode. It was a really fun episode. But it kind of did feel like a filler with the thing at the end. And we'll talk about it when we get there that like, okay, well, maybe that is, it's not really foreshadowing. They just kind of said some stuff about Sid that is obviously going to come to light at some point in time. Because you're not just going to say that without, it may not come to light exactly how it was said, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So, but as a cool cast, small cast, really, because there wasn't a whole lot of extra stuff going on. We'll talk about them when they show up, but they said the name of the planet, and I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I was paying attention, but
What's the name of the planet, Ben? Do you remember? Because I don't.
I forget the name of the planet, but the town that they go to is Safatoma.
they said the name of the town. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think that is east of Tulsa.
I think so.
Safatoma. It's close. Okay. So wide angle shot. We see a guy eating what I'm assuming is a pomegranate, space
a
pomegranate.
Okay, right here. Well, do the graphics look a little different?
I think they look completely different.
They look like it looks like it's an older version.
Yep.
Of what? Like the whole thing, or just
the crap?
the
I
game
forgot
board?
the game board. Yeah, I forgot the name of I keep saying Space Chess. What is the name of the game that they're
Go
playing?
ahead, Ben. I know you're dying to say
It's
it.
not. It's not. I'm right there. I was blanking too.
I'm telling you because I don't remember either.
It's not like Battle Chess. Dejark? Dejark? How do you say that? I've only heard it spoken a couple of times. Hollow Chess. We'll go with Hollow Chess.
Hollow chest.
I mean, that's the other name for it, for sure. And it's a lot easier to pronounce. But it looks like it's like they're playing like an older version of it because it looks a little bit more pixelated and a little like blockier.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Like
they try to keep it in line with the New Hope.
Yeah.
When Chewie and
Oh yeah, I
the
guess.
droids are playing, they keep it kind of that claymation-y look.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, what I was getting at is it looks like they're playing an older version of what they're playing in New Hope because in New Hope, I think it even looks a little clearer than this, or like the edges of the characters a little bit more defined, I guess you could say. To me, this looks like they're playing like the PS1 version, and when we get to New Hope, they're like, "Hey, we made it to PS3." Like a little
It
shinier.
looks like they're playing Monsters Inc. You got Randall there, who's pink on the left.
Yeah, I see Randall. Yep.
Sully in the back with the red vest.
Yep. Red vest Sully.
Looks like Mike might be laying down. Oh, yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Jarek.
Jarek. Okay. And then Sully's like demolishing people, and you see it's Omega and Rekka playing. Rekka thought that he got Omega, and then Omega just demolished him.
Mm-hmm.
Further showing how stupid Rekka is.
He's not stupid. He's just smart at other things.
Like blowing things up.
Mm-hmm.
Make a pretty good tank.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty. I loved that line. Actually,
I thought that was too. But Omega's cracking up. She's like, now you owe me 2 cartons of Mantel mix.
yeah. And important to note that he tried to get her to play another game and go double or nothing.
Yep.
So she learns about gambling, which is important later.
Yep. And Sid's like, hey, quit running up the power bill. Who touched the thingy? Is it hotter in here? Who touched it?
This tech looks over like I didn't.
He's taking that dad role.
Yeah.
Who touched the thermostat?
What does the thermostat? Sid goes, it's time to get to work. I got another job for you. Hunter and Echo aren't back from the other mission yet. And she's like, I wouldn't call transporting 50 cases of Nerf nuggets a mission.
See, I heard that term and like I know I've seen that before. That was like when my dog ate a bunch of the darts that we got Little Man for his gun for
And
Christmas.
he got Nerf nuggets.
And he pooped them out. And those were little Nerf nuggets.
Yeah, I think you're fine as long as you don't squeeze Charlie's belly and then they come shooting out.
Oh, now that's a whole new. I would save on a new.
You just
Nerf
lift
gun.
his tail and go
Yeah, we just feed him darts and just give him a little squeeze and
A pump action.
yeah.
pump action with his tail.
Mhm.
Don't turn Chof on. Oh
I think it's a different type of Nerf, though.
yeah, good point.
It's the kind that you heard. Okay.
Scruffy looking.
Nerf herder.
Wait, so is that like their version? So it said Nerf nuggets. So is that like their version of like chicken McNuggets? They're just like
Yeah,
or
Nerf nuggets?
poplars?
I would say
Poppers,
so.
yeah. Okay.
If you ever get to Galaxy's Edge at Disney World or Disneyland, they've had to change some of the names of the menu items because people were too scared to order them, and really it was just chicken or shrimp.
Yeah.
Did they have
I'll tell
Nerf
you-
nuggets?
Tip Yip is like
I didn't-
their chicken.
I didn't see Nerf nuggets, but I don't remember. But I do remember that at Galaxy's Edge, that was probably the best food I had in the park.
Yes, Ronto Roasters.
Was
yes,
it out of this
Yes.
world?
it was.
No, it was out of this galaxy.
Yeah, it was in a galaxy far, far away. And he's out.
Man, we broke Kyle.
There, I'm gonna go call Chof and we're gonna start our own podcast with blackjack and hookers.
hate you. Your house dog.
Ah.
Dumb truck.
We just went full morning show. Okay.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so now Tech finally speaks up. We will require a more detailed briefing than that.
He's so needy.
Yeah, he is, and it's like no time. Shuttle's ready. Go.
Shut up, Sheldon.
Shut up, Sheldon.
I was gonna
But
say, I think
that's my
Tech-
ship.
that could technically probably be on the spectrum,
Oh, 100%.
but he's able to take change better.
Yeah.
But he still like blocks out emotion to anything.
Gotta be done
Yeah.
a certain way.
As we saw in a different episode.
So now they're in a very like hospitable looking environment, I would say. Like it looks
Yep.
cozy, very welcoming.
Safatoma.
Mhm.
She said, if you don't
Safatoma.
know what you're doing, sock it to me.
Oh God.
And she's like, basically, Sid tells him, this is a rough place unless you know what you're doing. This is why you're my security.
When they walked up here, I got all excited. I was like, all right, pod racing. But it's not. I thought
mean-
that's what it was going to be.
They're kind of like little pods, like Tide Pods.
It's riot racing,
Yeah.
except it's like death. What's that? Isn't Jason Statham in one like Death Race or
Oh, yeah.
where you get your freedom from jail?
Or they
That's
need
what
to
it
do.
reminded me of.
It's Star
Like a
Wars
twi-
Twisted Metal is what they
Yeah,
got.
that's what I was going to say. And here, around the corner comes Sweet Tooth.
Mhm.
Um,
Now I want to play those games again. Anyway.
I do too.
Anyway, so Sid has bought a driver
Mhm.
named Teo and gonna earn her lots and lots of money.
Yeah,
Lots,
is what
all
she
the
says.
money. Teo was a
It's-
dick, by the way.
TAY-O.
Mhm.
She's like, he's a real ringer.
Voiced by
Rhea Perlman.
no
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sid. Yeah, Teo.
Oh, Teo. Yeah, Ben
Teo's-
Schwartzman.
Ben Schwartz.
Is it Schwartz?
Schwartzman. It's just Schwartz.
Oh, it's no, because he was with Middle Ditch.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sonic's voice.
So the, Star
was he in
Wars
Parks
brought
and
in the
Rec?
power of the Schwartz.
He was in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, that's where we know him from.
Dang
The
it.
Power of the Schwartz.
Come on. No? Spaceball? Okay.
Yes, did. Wait, hold on. We've been jammed.
God. Man, that's the list of stuff I gotta watch again. Okay. So yeah, he was a really cocky robot.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the AI in him.
look at
They
the
inserted a
AI
little
on
bit
this
too much
guy.
dick in him.
Yeah. They like he was a little sassy. He's a little bit know-it-all, which, I mean, they're robots. They're droids. They can be
He's
smart.
a plastic.
Yeah. He's got some personality, a little extra droidy personality.
Yeah.
Just looking here if there's anything on him. I've got some like trivia stuff. We don't see.
As far as I know, he was created for this episode.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I didn't see any class or type of droid.
I do hope that they bring him back though, because he is mouthy. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
So they go look at his ship as he's, after he gets done bragging, and Tech's like, this is a 12 series speeder. They were not built for racing speed or durability. And Tails like, this is why we modify them.
It's basically turning
Behold,
Fast and the
be amazed.
Furious.
That's what it. Family of clones, Chove.
I forgot about that. That he like Teo refers to himself in third person. I guess third android or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. When I heard his name was Teo, I instantly thought of Manti Teo. I was looking for the fake girlfriend somewhere.
Oh, she made a full recovery. That's good. No,
That
she
is
died.
good.
No, what happened
Yeah.
with? Oh yeah, fake girlfriend died.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Never mind.
she died. And he was walking around town going, Teo,
He's sad.
Teo.
Girlfriend's not real, and I'm gonna play.
Go home.
Yeah. Oh God,
So,
I forgot all about him.
I did too. And he's like, Teo's an artist. If you look, there's a good shot here to show how Teo's kind of just a mismatch of
Mhm.
parts.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one gold arm, although it looks like the same series of arm or model, just a different color. And like his cod piece is like bright orange.
So either he's slowly upgrading, or he's just kind of put together awkwardly.
Could be
I'm
both.
going with upgrading. We'll go with that. He's got a nice yellow arm.
A nice little arm. So yeah, so they're doing this and they're just talking, and
We get Sid's full name.
yep, what is it, Kyle?
Sidarian Scaleback.
What a terrible name.
Accurate.
Accurate.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, you go over this part.
Okay, so then we see, obviously a acquaintance of Sid, and not a friendly seeming acquaintance, Leggy, voiced by Ernie Hudson.
Oh, that was Ernie Hudson?
Yeah, it was Ernie Hudson.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, man, that voice. I kept thinking through the whole episode, like, I'm not gonna look it up, So I didn't pull up IMDb until we got to here. Like, that was Ernie. I love Ernie Hudson. I
Okay,
didn't know
Ernie
he was
Hudson
still doing work.
And that was
from
one of my favorite species, by the way.
what is Ernie Hudson's one of his main claims to fame? What
The
role?
Crow. No. Well, yeah, but Ghostbusters. It's Winston.
Ghostbusters. He's Winston.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he was the warden in Oz.
Yeah, I never watched Oz.
Oz was great. If you like, prison rapey stuff.
I'll put it on my watch list.
Oz was really good though. Okay.
Yeah,
keep
he's still
going.
doing work. Like,
He was just in the new Ghostbusters.
mm-hmm. Yeah, he was how old is he now? Man, he's got to be on up there. Anyway, so they were discussing, like, what was it? Payments? Yeah, Sid owed, how do you say his name again?
It was like Millig.
Greeny? I guess she owes him
Greeny.
money. Yeah.
Gangrene.
And Greeny. Or owes him something. May not be money. Maybe they have a little thing on the
Something.
side, a little something going on. I picked up a little bit of sexual tension between them. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
With her long, scaly arms going, give me your Mantel mix.
yeah, maybe that's what he's into. Anyway. Oh, that went back to the first season.
Yep, I know you're going with that.
Yep, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And so basically they end up, have they already done the double or nothing? Yeah, they already did the double or nothing. So Omega, from the life lesson that she learned from Wrecker earlier about gambling, let's go double or nothing.
Yep.
Give us one more race.
And what was the terms?
They get Sid, and if they lose, I think they had to pay up her debt. Is that what it was?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Is that right, Ben?
Have we gotten through the first race?
No.
Oh, we
not yet.
haven't yet.
No.
Okay, they hadn't lost it. I jumped way ahead. My bad.
You did premature racing.
Yeah, so we're watching the race, and like another thing from the trivia that I saw that IMDb
Forget
has,
what the man behind the curtain said.
what they listed. So you can see some advertisements. They're like billboards and things around the track as they go around. And some of the translations of those during the riot race, one reads blue milk. Another one translates to your ad here. And there's a third one that's only partly legible that includes the words least, first 10 days, and no questions asked. So, apparently the housing market there is really
amazing
in the renter's favor. Yeah.
It's
So
a
here
renter's paradise.
we see as they're going around the track, there's a set of 3 tubes. They tell them to avoid the left tube because it's a death trap. Not foreboding or foreshadowing that something's going to happen later. They get to the final lap. The resident champion Jet Benim, was in the lead. Teo's gaining ground on him, and he gets phoned in to they say get him in the crunch. So this is kind of like an anything goes death race thing. And we see Teo gets in the middle. He gets caught with a grabber. The clamps. They unleash the clamps.
He got clamped.
The gopher.
I was gonna say pinchers of power.
Pinchers of power. No, it's the clamps.
Pinchers of power. Pinchers of power. Yeah, he clamped. I'm gonna clamp you, Red.
So the announcer calls out, oh, it's Steel Claw time. Who's doing the announcer's voice? It was super familiar sounding also. I kept thinking that, Jonathan Lippo does other things.
Jonathan Lippo. Yeah, he does other things.
A lot of video game stuff. Anyway, but his voice is better. I know that voice. Still saying, watch that documentary if you haven't.
All right, and then we just see a lot of racing. Like, it's hard to describe this part.
Yeah, they're going fast,
racing.
going in a circle through a track. But Teo gets
saw bladed
to the grill of the old racer there, and collapses into a pile of junk. Everybody cheers. Well, not everybody. Sid's sad because that was her racer.
Sid's jowls just always make her look sad.
Mm-hmm. She's very jowly. So I like this part when they're like at the wreck and they're, like, is it salvageable? Is it not? And then Wrecker's like, hey, I found Teo.
And he's wiggling him around.
Yeah. I got him.
And then Bulgogi, the big guy, Bulgogi, Korean barbecue.
Space Winston.
It's like, I'm here to collect. You are out of time.
Yeah. This is where I jumped ahead to earlier. My bad. I got excited. I read ahead. I was that kid.
And Sid said, you guys want to jump in? This is what I brought you for.
Mm-hmm. So this is where Omega starts trying to find out, how much do you owe? And he's telling her, more than you got. And she's kind of standing her ground. We're not done yet.
Nope.
And so this is where she makes that bet. One last race. If you win, they'll pay double. If Sid's team loses, they'll pay double. If they win, they get Sid back.
And she's like, come on, Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it was a pretty hefty debt, and I'm hoping we find out what it was for later. I mean, she's got her little tendrils and everything.
Yeah.
So
Sid, I think we're finding out more and more that Sid isn't. We always kind of knew, but we're finding more and more out that Sid's not a good person.
We knew she was shady.
Yeah,
from the get-go. She was shady, but like some of her
it's coming to light.
Dealings and things, we're really starting to see those come out now.
Anything to add, Ben? You look bored. Are you bored with Kyle?
No, I mean, we know
Kyle,
Sid, Sid meets the batch, and she's instantly like, oh, I can use these guys. She's slimy. She
He's a
crooked.
lizard.
Yeah, I mean, they can rip her arms off. They'll grow back.
Mhm.
No worries. But
She's not too worried about that.
No.
yeah, I mean, I feel like this episode, you can call it a filler if you want, but it's following that Sid storyline
Yep.
a little bit more than previous.
Yep. And like I said, I think this story is trying to further, like, I think Sid's gonna betray the batch.
I think she's gonna betray the batch, but the batch is gonna save her. Like,
Because of
she's gonna do
Omega.
something selfish, and they're gonna be like, no, like, yeah, Omega's gonna be the one that's gonna be like, no, we're a family. We can't lose another one.
Yep.
We've already lost Crosshair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not gonna go much further than that, but
we're going
Yep, no,
we're going
only
full Fast and
Crosshair.
Furious then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about family. Yeah.
I also just want to admit that this gang, that's a great selection of aliens.
The Gamorrean Guard.
Gamorrean, Trandoshan, and the big guy's a Duwutin,
A Duwadnum.
Duwutin, Dowutin.
A human. They're a alien, like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like Hulk with chin horns.
So he is. Let me see here. I thought we had seen it before. First seen in episode 7 in the form of Grumgar.
Gum Gum.
I believe the High Republic books uses him or that species for Ita. He's like one of the top members of the gang, the Nihil gang.
Of in there.
It's just a great big ominous looking dude.
So the racer that he has hired,
That's a Nosorian.
Yeah.
They're the lizard people.
No,
Like
the one with all the horns, not the Trandoshan, but the one that kind of looks like a chipmunk with a bunch of horns, I guess.
Yep. So cool.
I think they kind of look lizardish.
He's on I think they have a pod racing character like that.
Oh, do they?
The first time we saw that race was in episode 1 during they were one of the pod racers.
Yep.
The next thing you know, we got Teo on the table and Tech is repairing him with the world's worst screwdriver. Look how big that thing is.
Yeah, he's holding it all daintily as well. Like it's like gotta really be precise with it.
Is that a sonic screwdriver?
No, it's he's got the early version of the Linus Tech Tips screwdriver too.
It's not quite a sonic screwdriver yet.
It's that one from what's that movie? The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Yes.
I love that
forehead.
That's such a good movie. But yeah, he's fixing Teo. And he's like, Tech's like, I am more than capable. I am fixing too. And then you see Teo. Teo ain't got no arms or legs right now.
I like that part. That part cracked me up.
Tech's like, I think I got him. And Teo kind of like shuffles back. It's like a little worm.
You ain't got no legs, Teo.
You ain't got no legs. That's why Mama called you Teo. So yeah, he's going away. And he's telling Tech he's doing it wrong. He's like, that's not how you connect the servo. Let Teo tell you how to do it properly. And Tech just kind of just looks at him and gets back to work. Wrecker is like, why are we repairing him? Let's go take out the gangster. This shows the different personalities, I think, of the two of the members of the batch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the dumb and muscly one and versus the analytical one.
Yeah.
So, okay, where are we now?
Filler. Okay, so they're you start seeing he's figuring out that Sid's more questionable than originally thought.
Mm-hmm.
he's starting to maybe question her integrity a little bit, which Teo doesn't care. He's like, just fix me. What do you say? Less chatter, more spanner.
Yep.
So we get back to the bar, and this is where you can kind of see a little bit that Sid and I got his name messed up again.
Barney
Greeny.
Rubble.
Yeah, got some history. This is where I was picking up, like, he's pouring her a drink. Like, I don't know if I got the right episode of Bad Batch or not when I started watching this thing, because I've seen this before and I know how it ends. But he's telling her, like, hustlers like us never change. Those outcasts you're hanging out with, we'll get to know the real Sid. So he kind of puts that thought in her head a little bit. But maybe she's changed. Okay, so when she said, I might surprise you right there. So he was talking about her background. And, of course, we know that she has a shady, seedy background.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know the depth of it yet. Like what all she's done. Like maybe something will come to light before the end of the run that she did something really bad, or she had her hand in something really, really bad.
I'm trying to just even think anything funny for it, but my head's just racing what it could be, because I have a feeling this is going to throw us for a loop, what she did.
I think what it could be is maybe something tied to Order 66.
Which is how she stayed under the radar.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we find that out. That's the big reveal later.
I like that.
So maybe she had some hand somehow. Like, I don't know what she could have done. That thought just came to me. So, like, I have no idea what she could have done, but that could be a really good tie-in where she said, well, I might surprise you that she's changed. Now she's got these guys and she's taking them under her wing, and she's, of course, using them to her advantage. I mean, that's what she does.
Yep.
But I think that could very well be it.
Okay.
Been wrong before.
Yeah.
So.
This part's kind of important. So here's another just flash fact. If you look at Wrecker, he always has something on a stick, some sort of food on a stick this episode during the race.
Well, he's hungry.
He is hungry.
He's gotta get that protein in. He expends a lot of energy being big, strong, and dumb.
Yeah. You know.
I mean,
it takes a lot of food.
It takes a lot of to be that good of a tank. You need to eat well.
Yep. Always remember in your party, always feed your tank well.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a little guy being at your tank.
Mm-mm. No, Panini's good.
So I think this part's kind of important too. And he's like, Teo and Tech are kind of arguing. It's like, you know what's going on here? And Tech's on his little iPad, galactic iPad. He's like, what are you doing? Studying the track layout, Teo to Tech. And he's like, I'm analyzing the course and the patterns of the racers. It is fascinating. And Teo's like, you're doing it wrong, human. See ya. Calculations won't help you. And he's just, does he look like he's got a shitty stride right now?
Oh, he does.
Strut.
And did you notice? I forgot to bring this up earlier in the episode, and I think you can see it. You definitely see it early on. I didn't notice it as prominent before that. Tech's he's walking with a little bit of a limp.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a broken femur.
Yeah. That was from last episode or 2 episodes ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so I noticed that they kept that in there, that he had a little hitch in his giddy up, And so that was a nice little detail that they kept in, that it was like, oh, he's just walking around fine now. No, he jacked his leg up.
Mm-hmm. All right, go on. I'll be right back.
Okay, so we got Teo walking back into the pit area. And this is where, like his strategy is like, hey, we need to divert power from our offensive weapons to shields and possibly other things. And Teo's trying to tell him, to win out there a good offense, he's going to say the good offense is best defense, but he gets smoted by a runaway. They're not pods, whatever the little racer things are. And like, I thought it was odd that the driver / pilot guy just kind of got up and walked away. Like, I would have been angry because I just totaled out my thing. But I think that was intentional.
I think that was definitely intentional. I think that might have been. I mean, he's got a few racers working for him, it seems like.
Yeah.
in order to do that maneuver that they got Teo the first time with.
Yeah, they're working together. The races are rigged, definitely. And so they take out Sid's driver, and he says,
Just
you know,
how
well,
quick they get down there to say, "Oh,
Yeah.
you don't have a racer now."
like they're like hiding around the corner, just watching. Like, oh, you guys are okay. Now we can go. Now it's gonna be ominous, but don't act like we were involved. Play it cool, guys. They're trying to force the forfeit to make them lose the bet. But nope, Tech steps up and then he says he will race, which who saw that coming?
Me?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yeah, that was pretty well going to be an obvious thing. So we get Tech in the cockpit. He's going to do the race. So he's been analyzing the track, analyzing their patterns. He's come up with a strategy for power diversion. And we get a kind of a quick rundown of the racers and all their names. They all got cool nicknames, and they finally get to Tech, and they're just like, Tech. Just Tech, just Tech. Oh, kitty on my lap. Go on, cat.
Finally.
And so, I don't know. It's a hard episode to talk about because it's really race heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a bathroom revelation.
Okay.
Did this
those.
episode? Okay, so I was thinking about this when I was watching it, but it kind of hit me more. Does this episode remind you of a lot of like The Sopranos, like Ernie Hudson's guys, like Tony? You remember when they had like the horses at the racetrack that they were rigging everything, like kind of like a gang, like gangster vibes,
Well, he is a gangster.
like mafia,
Oh, space mafia.
space mafia.
I haven't seen The Sopranos.
Same. I know I can.
If you want to relate it to The Wire, we
Son
could
of
go
Well, we lost Chris.
Okay, so for those of
That
you
came
who
out
are,
during the time I wasn't watching a lot of TV. It was like freshman, sophomore year of college, and I was out doing things.
for those of you who are old in the 40s plus category that we referenced at the beginning of the show and watch The Sopranos, tell me what you think, because it gave me a lot. This episode gave me a lot of Sopranos vibes. So,
Well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
go on, Miss Lippy.
That's all I got. I've never
more of a Max
watched
Rebo fan.
Rebo fan.
So we get on to the next race. Like I said, this one's hard. It's a race heavy episode. Like there's just a lot of flying around the track.
So here's what I love about this part. When they start, okay, so they're on the line, right?
Yeah.
And let's get back to this part here. And they're like, and the racer Tech. His name's Tech? Just Tech?
Yeah, just Tech.
And they're getting the Tide Pods ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then they shoot it off, and Tech barely goes. It reminds me of every time I play Mario Kart.
You're scared to hit the gas?
Dude,
No, I
hold
had
it
it
down
wrong.
after the number 2 shows up.
Yeah, no, I hold it down, and it's like...
You're spinning out. You're the guy that spins out on the line. You got to
Every
time
time.
that. You got to time that.
Trick is right after the 2 shows up. That's when you hold it down.
I have Mario Kart PTSD.
You got to get the boost.
So, anyways, there's the little what was her name? Amy Sedaris's character in Mandalorian.
Keely?
Not Keely, that was Nick Nolte.
Oh God.
The one who dated the Jawa.
Yeah, the curly hair, the perm.
Yeah.
It's like Keely or Peely or Pelly or
Peely?
something like that.
Peely motto.
Yeah.
Peely motto. There we go.
What's a motto?
What's a motto you? Those are the what are those like repair droids or what's their designation? Do you know?
They're like mechanic droids. They help and we see them first in episode 1.
Right.
With Watto. And then you see them in the pits at the pod races.
They just call them pit droids.
Yeah, they're just like pit droids.
Oh, is that all they're called?
Peely motto's pit droids. Yeah, they're the same ones. Cheap and expendable. Pit droids are hyperactive repair units that spring into action when needed. Yamato kept a trio of eccentric pit droids busy in her hangar. When not needed, the droids can fold up into a compact package. I was just waiting for him to go pit stop, pit stop.
He's got
Ultimate
hits and
crossover
outs.
that nobody expected.
No. Pit stop. Go, 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 go. Okay, even though this episode was kind of weird and it's really hard to try and nerky because it's literally, like Kyle was saying earlier, it's a race.
Mhm.
The graphics are super pretty on this episode.
Yeah.
Like where I'm stopped right now, I know they're usually, the other two guys are usually a little bit behind, but we see Tech inside his Tide Pod, and it's got like this I don't know, it's almost like a kinetic energy, like some sort of blue barrier around it, showing that it's flying.
Oh, the shield?
Is that what that is? Is that
That's
the
its
shield?
shield, yeah.
But it's just so like
The animation
HD-ish, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's really pretty. If you guys aren't watching this, just do yourself a favor and watch it.
So, you're saying earlier, like Tech got like a late start.
Right.
I wonder if being at the back of the pack was part of his strategy, like let them kind of thin themselves out, save some juice so he can make that push at the end.
Maybe.
Because he doesn't do much by accident.
No, Tech's always calculating.
I think his bad takeoff, that just happened.
Right.
But
Because he's never driven it.
But I think that could be part of his strategy, like hanging out the back of the pack, let them thin themselves out, and then make that big push at the end. That's kind of what looking back on it now, I think that may have been what it was. Like it was calculated.
I will go with that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It's a good thought.
Yeah. So there's the billboards I was talking about earlier. They're like in the tunnel.
I'm telling you, this is very much Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, 100%. Maybe they're like
they need to add this to the Lego Star Wars game.
Yeah, like we're gonna see this in a game. I would play this.
Actually, I would too. How fun would this be as a multiplayer?
Well, they had a Nintendo 64 pod racing game.
Yeah, I remember that. You can buy it on Steam.
I don't think I ever played it.
Yeah.
I remember it being out, but that didn't make it into the
it was
collection.
like, I think it was a PlayStation 2 game.
Would it have been? Episode 1 came out like, was it like 99?
99.
Yeah, it could have been a PS2 game.
I swear I remember seeing it on PS2.
It seems like, okay, you keep talking about it.
My neighbor friend played it and he had it on 64.
Yeah, I remember it was definitely
maybe
on
it's a
64.
PS1 game.
All right.
It might have been.
Now,
Yeah,
in a
look it up.
3-lap race, Tech is coming into the pits.
Yep.
And he drops all of his weapons.
And Tech's like, they're slowing me down.
And just before that, Tech had Omega pull up the race course on his pad to see what that left tunnel, the death trap tunnel, was. And Omega said that it's not complete, it's not finished. That's why everyone avoids it.
And you could almost hear Tech going, "Damn it, just send it to me, Jim."
Looks like that was only in a Nintendo game. I'm still looking here.
It might have been. I could be wrong. It's also the shortest tunnel. I can use that to my advantage. Speeder can't make that jump. It's too dangerous. Tech's like, I will if I'm going fast enough. Yeah. And he speeds up. Like, what does that ship remind you of now?
After he's dropped the stuff off?
Yeah.
Man.
What does the ship remind you of?
Yeah. Like, I feel that I've seen that ship before.
One wheel thing that Grievous uses to...
Oh,
yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like to me.
That's what yes.
Very vertical racer.
Yeah.
So they're going through the tunnels. They do the old loop-de-loop. We know it's not going to go well. He's able to make it because he's smart and calculated. Made his ship lighter and faster, more maneuverable.
Dang old loop-de-loop, man.
Dang old loop-de-loop, man. Old pod racing, not really. Kind of, sort of.
Tech going on that. Go ahead.
So he makes his way out of the tunnel. So he's like in third place now.
And this is better than last.
Yeah, makes the jump, gets into second. He used the red mushroom there. And he's like
behind the big guys main racer.
So he's sitting up for the old the clamps again, like we saw before.
Clamps.
Rector's trying to tell him, don't let him box you in, and they're deploying their weapons. You see the saw come
Space
out, so
buzzsaw.
yeah, there's the clamp. So it's gonna happen. Then he does, his fancy tech calculations, makes a maneuver, dodges out of the way. They clamp onto each other. Come out of the tunnel, big explosion, dust, particles, metal, and junk flying everywhere. And so they get that kind of classic who's going to win it finish coming out of the dust. And you got Tech. Like we didn't know, he was going to win it.
Of
Hey,
course.
my 4-year-old was stoked.
I was stoked. It was fun watching this. Like,
yeah,
I liked seeing where they're not constantly running around firing at each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was kind of a nice break.
Yeah.
I mean, I think some of it will pay off. There was a lot of extra going on to further, like you were saying, like probably furthering Sid's story.
Right.
And this made me think like, okay, well, usually I'm against filler episodes and like, man, like keep the story moving, keep things going. But I could see the potential in this of like their adventures across the galaxy of things going on and not really having to tie to a story and it still be fun to watch. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was thinking back to you guys, the Nerkies on the first season, and you're like, some of these are fillers, total filler. But I feel like when, let's say, the whole series is over, done with, if you just go back in those filler episodes that have Sid in them, I bet you if you just play them, it'll make a whole lot more sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of it being filler, it's like, oh, okay, this is more of Sid's story.
We're men enough to admit when we're wrong, and it's
I'm not. There are still fillers.
It's filler. It's not the main story.
Yeah,
but
they immediately yells,
they,
"I'm not."
They definitely are doing a lot better job at trying to tie things together, and I think
they've learned
Clone
a lot.
Wars. There's definitely fillers.
Oh yeah, no. There 100% there is. Like, what you mean? Like the episode where the 5 droids had to go out, led by the little guy inside the
exactly
R5 unit, the little general.
Yeah,
that one you mean? Or most of the Hondo episodes? Even though Hondo is one of my favorite characters, I love Hondo.
Hondo's pretty fun.
I just like the name.
Hondo. He should make like space cars.
And they're like not regular cars, but in space.
Yeah, and they're not dependable. They like steal your money.
You said they're the #1 most stolen cars in all of Star Wars.
It's because they're not even stolen. Yeah,
Hondo Acoro.
Hondo Acoro.
Are they going back? Okay, look where we got to pause. Are they going back into the tunnel they came out of through the race, or is that the?
I think that's the maintenance tunnel.
Yeah, that's the
where they bring the ships.
Tunnel.
Okay, I thought they were going back into like the dangerous left tunnel with all the pitfalls of death.
Yeah, they're having their racer go. You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
Notice
you go back in.
Their droids are different. They're pit droids. They're red.
Yeah.
You think they sing to him when they go in there? Like a Oompa Loompa song?
Pit droid, doopity-doo. We're gonna tunnel and get rid of you. Pit droid, doopity.
When you
down in that hole, you'll find Mephisto.
That's
where they're hiding him.
That was so smooth, Kyle.
I know. Yeah. Thank you.
When you suck and then you crash on your ship.
Oh God. Ongoing jokes.
Omega has a friend named Tick.
I like that the crowd was chanting for Tech. Oh, Tick.
I do
Tech.
too.
Like, but he doesn't seem like he seems like he takes it in just a little bit, but like, okay, whatever. Yeah, thanks. Got it.
Yeah, and then just all right, yeah, good. Leave me alone.
So they go to recover their Sid. I thought, okay, so they're at the bar, they're talking with him. The pilot that lost is, of course, angry. He tells deal's a deal, we're square. They can take Sid. She compliments on his racing. The main racer for the big bad is sitting at a bar with a gun next to him, which is never a good thing.
No,
I thought he was going to shoot Sid.
I did too.
Like, I thought, like, there's all this kind of fun episode going on. There's all kinds of racing. It's just an exciting, feel good kind of ish episode. Like, this is where they're going to kill Sid off right here. Like, this is going to go dark really fast. But they didn't.
Nope.
But
Well, and then here's what I think is important. And Sid's like, I guess I owe you one. And you notice there was never a thank you.
no,
It was I'll make it up to you. I owe you one. Never ever a thank you. I think that's kind of a big thing.
well, I don't think she's ever had really many people just do stuff for her out of the goodness of their heart. Other than, she has people do
Omega.
stuff for her. Well, yeah, it's happening now.
Yeah.
But she's used to people doing things for her because she pays them or orders them to. And
That's true.
they just did that to rescue her because, she's like, oh, I got a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where her stuttering, like, she doesn't know how to respond to it. She's never had to tell anybody thank you before. She just had to give them their money. Old deep pocket Sid.
Old Detroit's
Mm-hmm.
charge it, goggles.
Easy money.
Okay, I do like. Okay, he tried to the losing pilot tried to shoot them, and Ernie Hudson, Space Hudson,
Mm-hmm.
grabbed his arm, which was like a little twig to him.
Yeah.
He grabbed his arm and he's like, just kind of goes, mm-mm.
Yeah.
And then he calls after the batch and he's like, hey, you three. And they turn around. He said, you could have walked away. The loyalty is admirable, but with Sid, it doesn't always go both ways.
So you think she burned him in some other
Watch
deal?
your backs. Oh, 100%. They
Like
have
they were
some sort of
partners or
history.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's familiarity in that relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the other thing. Like, even though this dude's a space gangster, he doesn't seem like he's that terrible.
He's a bad guy, but he's not bad guy.
Right. I mean, because, he's like, a deal's a he honors deals.
Well, you kind of
He
have
tried
to.
tried to warn them. He's like, just watch your backs with her. That's why I think this episode seeks to further that Sid is going to betray them. That's what I wholeheartedly believe at this point.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Look
with
how
you.
sad they look.
If you will.
I think they will.
Omega and Wrecker, they're starting to be they're like how you start to look like your pets. Like Omega and Wrecker both have that pissed off.
Yeah, they got the same
Yeah.
look.
Same
Jack
look.
looks like he's got a pee.
He probably does. He's like, I was trapped in that Tide Pod for 2 cycles.
I am missing my bathroom appointment.
Yes.
Places to go, things to do.
Wreckers is like, Tech's gotta blow some mud.
I
So
don't know. So you think she's going to betray him?
I think she is. At this point, like, I think this part right here is setting it up.
Mm-hmm. I think this is the small foreshadow of the much bigger betrayal.
Think she's going to team up with Crosshair?
No.
I think she's gonna sell him to the Empire.
Huh?
I think she will for the right amount to
She's
save
going
her
to
own
sell him, or you
skin.
think she's going to get strong armed into it?
I think it's a combo.
Where
She's
she has to end
since
up make the selfish choice, and the selfish
Yeah.
choice is going to be selling them off to the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's
Well-
just going to be like, "Hey, we got him here, fellas. Come get him."
Sid's an opportunist.
Yeah,
There's a reason she's lived so long.
She'll be presented some type of deal,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll just take it.
Well, and then Omega's gonna feel betrayed, and she's gonna be like, her and Wrecker. But why would you do this to us, Sid? And Sid's gonna be like, sorry, they're small fry. A deal's a deal. There's money to be made. That's what I think.
And then they kill her.
And then they kill her.
Yep.
No,
Or they start-
Omega uses her Jedi mind tricks on her.
Ah, what if she already is?
It all is revealed.
Oh, that's revealed. No, it's not.
Maybe.
So, yeah, I don't know. So Ben and I think that's what's going to happen. Kyle's kind of on the fence about it.
I'm clueless.
So, not the first time.
Mm-mm.
So,
I'm curious to see what comes next. You guys already have. I'm gonna wait.
but here's the thing: it doesn't follow this episode, though. What's
Nope.
coming?
So you're up to. So this was episode 4. You've seen up to 8,
9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
So it breaks. So is it a breaking away from the 3? The 3 episode arc, the 3 to 4 episode arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more 2 or 1.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a 3 episode arc yet this season.
No, there hasn't.
No, there hasn't. There was a 2, and then we've had 2 kind of standalones back to back now. Huh.
And then we have coming up, we've got another 2. So yeah, they've broken away from it.
Okay.
I don't know. This season's really keeping my attention. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Because I really, really want to know what's going to happen at this point now.
It's been really fun for me. I've been wearing my Bad Batch shirt out, go grocery shopping or whatever, and people just be like, "Is that the Bad Batch? I love that show. Oh, I'm excited to see where it's going." Like, cool. Like, didn't know that there was that many people really into it.
Can you tell he's not in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Because I wear my Star Wars shirts and no one says anything.
You don't get anything with like normal Star Wars shirts.
No.
Oh yeah, no, there's nerds up where I live.
That's
Dang
just
it.
Kyle and I.
Yeah, it's just us. Occasionally Chove.
Sometimes Joe. Well,
Sometimes Chove.
and B-Rob's way too cool for us.
He is. We got him. We got him coming. No.
We got his number.
By the way, you guys, I was looking at Portland. I think it was Portland had a fan expo this weekend, and your guys' favorite Bruce Campbell
What?
was there.
Dang it.
He was just in Oklahoma City too, I think. Doing a screening of Evil Dead 2.
Oh yeah, he was. It was
Yeah.
the what do
We-
they call it? Like the
We do love Bruce Campbell.
and I remember seeing that and I was wanting to go to it, then I forgot all about it.
God, Bruce, come on our show.
Yeah, come on,
Our
Bruce. We know
Crappy,
you
crappy
listen.
little podcast.
Didn't you say that you tried to get a hold of them and they said like $10,000 or something?
No.
That wasn't even that was
That was Reb Brown.
yeah.
That was Dave Ryder from and he played Captain America also in the 80s, the crappy Captain America movie. He was in Space Mutiny, made famous by MST3K. Yeah, just to talk to him. They wanted, I think it was like $3,000.
So he said no.
I'm like, we don't make any money from this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Literally not a dime.
Nothing.
Mm-mm. But since you brought that up, let's bring this up. In June, from June, I think it's 9th through the 11th, there is ComiCon in Dallas. B-Rob's going to go to it. I'm going to go to it. Dr. Justin and quite possibly Kyle. He's waiting to see his schedule.
Yep.
But we're going to record an episode while we're down there too, like at night, because I think it'll be fun. They have already announced Hayden Christensen. What is it? No, why can't I think?
You had it right.
Christensen. I was right. Hayden Christensen, Anakin, aka the best version of Vader that we've seen.
Yes.
The girl who played Little Leia, who we went on and on and on about.
She's awesome.
She is. I need a Black Series action figure of hers. Like, I would love to have that. They've
She was
they've
in
announced,
Vancouver this weekend with Ashley Eckstein.
aka
Ahsoka Tano.
Which is Ben's favorite.
She got me through the pandemic, darn it.
Not his wife.
Well, my wife helped too, but if you sit down and you watch the essential, I think Disney Plus has a tab of like essential Ahsoka episodes. If you watch those, her story is just fantastic.
So, okay, let's see who else. I'm
moving on.
No. I was trying to think of, because I haven't seen that yet. That's on my watch list to do, but I haven't seen it, so I have nothing to add for it. Okay, the guest list: Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things, Hayden Christensen, Chevy Chase.
Nice.
I can never say this guy's name. Vincent de Onofrio, Kingpin from Daredevil and Marvel. Christina Ricci, which I never thought I would see her there, and more than likely I'll get arrested because I'm like, I love you. John Bernthal, Punisher, and he was he
Shane,
yeah, in Walking Dead. Steve Burns from Blue's Clues, the original
Steve.
Yep. Bonnie Wright. Bonnie Wright from Harry Potter. Ginny Weasley. Vivian Lyra Blair, that's little Leia. Oh, Henry Winkler. They just announced him.
He's still alive?
Yeah,
he's alive.
Hey. I'm really excited about this one too.
That might be one of those celebrity deaths that I missed.
No, Peter Weller will be there.
Peter Weller. Why is that name familiar?
RoboCop.
Oh.
The Abyss. Buckaroo Banzai. I think he was Buckaroo Banzai, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, he was. Oh, that is actually on my list to watch.
We have.
We're back.
Okay. But yeah, love Peter Weller. Grace Van Dien from Stranger Things. Sean Gunn.
That's a good lineup.
It's
Leslie cost
David
a lot
Baker
of money
Office.
to see them though, because
Yeah.
don't they usually like you got to pay?
Yeah, no, which I hate now. That's one of the things, because I remember the good old days where it's like you just get in line, they would sign it, no extra charge.
Mhm.
Creed Bratton from The Office, Oscar Nunez from The Office, and they just added this week Patty Constantine. He is from House of the Dragon.
See, I haven't watched House of the Dragon yet either. Like, there's so much stuff coming out. I can't get up with it all.
He was also in Hot Fuzz.
Okay, I do like Hot
with
Fuzz.
Simon Pegg. You remember his partner?
Yeah.
The really stiff, by the books guy? That's him.
Oh.
So, yeah, no, it's a great... where I'm going with all this is we're probably all going to go. If if you guys are listening and want to meet up with us down there, let us know.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'd love to hear from you guys.
We can all hang out. We can go get nachos or something.
Yeah, nachos and beers.
Mm-hmm. Beer and nachos. Be a great weekend.
It is a great weekend. Oh, and the voice acting is awesome too. Oh, shit. Okay. Christopher Sabat, which we know is most of the, voices, Zolo from One Piece. He's All Might. He very famous guy. Zach Aguilar, who is Demon Slayer is what most people know. The guy, Justin Briner, who is Midoriya from My Hero Academia. Sean Shamel, who is Goku. Christopher Sabat is Vegeta. Ashley Eckstein.
Woohoo.
She'll be there. They just confirmed her. She wasn't on here earlier this week. Paige O'Hara.
Woo.
AKA Belle. I'm excited about this one too. Troy Baker is going to be there. He was the main guy in Last of Us, the game.
Oh.
And he's also very, very... very, very well known in the voice acting industry because he does a lot of the Lego movie games. And he's huge in the voice acting industry, like video game. He was Booker DeWitt in BioShock Infinite, and in Arkham Knight, he was Jason Todd, Red Hood. Yeah, he's in all. He's Batman. He's the new voice of Batman in the new stuff too. He's just been kind of in everything. Very well known. And then Carolina Ravassa, she is Sombra in Overwatch.
We're gonna have a good lineup of people to see. We'll maybe see from afar.
From afar, because I don't know if I'm paying $200. Well,
Yeah.
I will for Hayden to get my Vader sign. That's not code for anything. I've actually got it on pre-order.
Oh.
Oh, and Obi-Wan is rumored to be there too.
Nice.
So have you guys ever been to ComiCons before?
Nope.
Nope.
Just the local ones here.
Yep.
That aren't real ones. So
I'm excited if my schedule lines up. I'm trying not to jinx it, because if I get too excited, then I'm going to jinx it and something's going to come up and I won't be able to go.
Yeah. Which we
Usually
want you
what
to go
happens.
because I kind of need you there since you're the co-host.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to phone that in.
No, because B-Rob and Justin will just be roasting you the whole time.
Yep.
So, but yeah, what did you guys think of the episode? Like I said, this one, I know this one was
to talk about.
Yeah, this one was really hard to nerky, and I'm sorry if this one was a little bit scattered, but it was really hard to talk about.
I'm not apologizing for anything.
Kind of have a new, not that I ever watched NASCAR, but newfound appreciation for NASCAR announcers.
That's true.
And
I never
a
thought of
left
that.
turn.
And left
another
turn.
left turn.
And he's still going on that left turn.
Mhm.
But yeah. Oh,
I'll
one
start a
last thing I
NASCAR
want to leave
channel.
you guys with. I saw Ant-Man on Wasp Quantumania yesterday.
Yeah, you liked it?
Loved it. And it is going to advance a couple shows really, really good. One of them, it leads straight into another show.
We need to do another one talking about the upcoming stuff, because it changes so much with new info and everything coming
Well,
out.
and they just changed all the damn dates too for Marvel.
Mhm.
They kicked them all back. Like Marvel's is supposed to be July. It's November 10th now.
Yeah, 'cause that's when we're getting like Ironheart and what else? There's a lot of stuff.
But in 2 months, we've got Guardians.
Mhm.
So I'm really pumped about that one. So, but yeah. So
there it is.
There we go. What do you guys think? Let us know.
Ben, thanks for being on again.
Yeah, anytime, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we'll be again next week.
Yeah,
So,
Ben will be on next week,
I'll be
except
on
we'll
next
have
week.
a very special episode for y'all next week.
very special episode where Chris learns something very important about himself.
I'm a dude.
Ah, well,
No,
you
I'm
fooled
not.
me. So,
You are not the
I am not a dude. Oh. So yeah, with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
and I'm Kyle, and wherever you guys are, have a great evening, night, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are, and please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Nerd Cork, rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd Cork, rise up. It could get elevated.